A very hello to everyone. Myself Vivi Uttarwar from KK College of Food Technology in Nasik. So guys, this is the second video of morphology of fruits and vegetable and the classification of fruits. So in my last video, I have explained about the classification that is on the basis of origin. Now we will continue with the same topic, that is a classification on the basis of origin. So already in my first video I have explained about what is meant by simple fruit, then the different types of simple fruit, that is a fleshy fruit or dry fruit. Okay, but in detail we have seen the fleshy fruit. Now we'll go for the dry fruit. What is meant by dry fruit? So name itself declares what is meant by dry fruit. Nothing but they are of somewhat in dry type of fruits. So they are of two types, that is a dehiscent fruit and indehiscent fruits. So what is meant by dehiscent? So the fruit in which the core becomes dry at maturity, such fruit are called as dry fruit, and dehiscent and indehiscent fruit. So the dehiscent fruits are those which dehisce or split open when they fully mature, and indehiscent fruits are those which do not split open at maturity. So the meaning of dehisce nothing but it means the splitting. So dehiscent fruit, they split over into two parts when they get fully mature. Okay, and also the coating is dry, that's why they are categorized into dry fruits. And next there is indehiscent fruits. Okay, so those fruit which do not dehisce or which do not split over into two parts, they are called as indehiscent fruits. They do not split. So the in corner the classification is mentioned, that is it belongs to dry fruits. So what are the different types of dehiscent fruits? So dehiscent fruits, they are of about 3 to 4 types. The first, that is a follicle, then there is a legume, after that capsule, and at last there is a silica or silica. Okay, so the what is meant by follicle? Follicle, these are composed of one carpel and splitting along a single suture. So the first type of dehiscent fruit is follicle, and they split along the single suture. So whatever the pod of that seed, pod of that plant, it split along a only one side. So such fruits are called as follicles. Then there are legumes. So the legumes, you all know what is meant by legumes. They are composed of single carpel and splitting along two sutures. So the legumes like green gram, red gram, then black gram. Okay, so all these pods of different grams or different legumes, they split along the two sides, either one or either two. Both sides they can split into two sections. So such examples of dehiscent fruit are nothing but different types of legumes. So they split along both a way. So then there is a third type of dehiscent fruit, that is a capsule. So the capsule composed of several carpels opening at maturity in one of the four ways. So there are along four ways of splitting. So the first way, that is a septicidal dehiscence. So the along the line of carpel union. So where this carpel union match or get attached along that line, it splits. So that is a first type of capsule. Then there is a second, that is lucidal or loculicidal dehiscence. So along the middle of each carpel. So that is a second type. And third, that is a poricidal and dehiscence. So by pores at the top of each carpel, and then circumpocidal dehiscence, that is along a circular or horizontal line. So that is a next or fourth type of capsule. So the for first, that is a septicidal. I can give an example of linseeds. So the linseeds, they are septicidal dehiscent. After that, loculicidal dehiscence, where the middle of each carpel is get splitted. So the example is cardamom. Then there is a poricidal. So that is also where the pores are released from the tops. And then there is a circumticidal or circular or horizontal line. So that is nothing but I will give example of dhatura flower. Uh, then for pores I will give example of that is a poppy seeds. Okay, so all these are nothing but a type of dry fruits. Then there is a next type, that is a silic or silica. So it composed of two carpels with the separate which separate at maturity, leaving a persistent partition between them. Also we can say that these silics when they splits, okay, by after splitting their covering separated, and whatever the false septum is present or some whitish material is present at center where the seeds are attached to that whitish material. So such a type of fruit is called as silic or silica. Okay, so the example is of mustard pods. Okay, the small minute portion or minute uh, balls like structure of mustard. It is covered with a white portion in the pods. So such type of fruit are called as silic, where there is a false septum present from the center. So these all are the different types of dehiscent fruits. After that we'll go for indehiscent fruit. So those which do not split open at maturity. It means they do not split upon maturity. They will be as it is compact. So such a fruits are called as indehiscent fruits. So they are Echini type. The first, that is a one-seeded fruit with the seed attached to the fruit at one point only. So where seed attached to the one point. The example is of strawberry. Then there is a caropsis or grain. So all of you maybe know that is caropsis or grain, a one-seeded fruit in which the seed is firmly attached to the fruit at all possible points. Nothing but whatever the embryo, it is a present or it is fused in between the that seed. So examples are different types of cereals like wheat, then maize. So all these comes under the category of caropsis or grains. Then there is a next, that is um, a samara or samara, a one-seeded or two-seeded fruit with the pericarp bearing a wing-like outgrowth. Okay, also called as a modified acne. So they are having a wing-like structure. So that are classified under samara. Then caesiocarp. Caesiocarp is a consisting of two carpels which at maturity separates along the midline into two one-seeded halves, each of which is indehiscent. So this is nothing but the caesiocarp type of fruit. Then there is a nut. So it is a good example of indehiscent fruit and simple one. So nut, a hard one-seeded fruit generally formed from the compound ovary with the pericarp hard throughout. So there are different types of nut, that is a walnut, almond. So they are having hard coating and the seed is present inside that hard and tough coating. So that is nothing but nuts. They are also not going to dehisce after maturity. We have to break the outer tough material and then remove the seed, or then we have to remove that seed. Also pistachio also a good example of indehiscent fruit. So all these about the dry fruits. So up to this we have completed that what is meant by simple fruit having two different types, that is fleshy and dry fruits. Now there is a aggregate fruit, that is a second category of the fruit which classified on the basis of origin. So aggregate fruits are derived from the flower having many pistils on common receptacle. It means it has a single flower, but the female reproductive part, that is the carpel or pistil, they are varies in number, and in single flower there are various pistils are present. From that pistils a fruit is developed. Such a fruit is called as aggregate fruit. So here you can see the simple fruit, how the structure of flower, then multiple fruit, sorry, for aggregate fruit, and then there is at last multiple fruit. So example is strawberry. It is a good example of aggregate fruit. Then multiple fruit or accessory fruit. So they are derived from the separate but closely clustered flowers. So it is a complete inflorescence which converts into single fruit. So that's why it is called as composite fruit. So there are cluster of flowers which develops into single fruit. Such a fruit called as composite fruit. Example is pineapple, mulberry, fig. Okay. So again they are classified into two types, that is a psoriasis and ciconus. So what is meant by psoriasis and ciconus? So the psoriasis, it is a fruit, or it is a fruit which develops from the spike or spadix inflorescence. So there are various types of inflorescence. Among them, the spike or spadic inflorescence which develops into fruit, such a fruit are called as under the psoriasis category. And there is a ciconus. So it is developed from the hyphanthedum inflorescence. So in picture you can see the first images of psoriasis, which is a spiky type product. Okay, it is a straight inflorescence having flowers around them, and the fruit is pineapple, then jackfruit, mulberry. All these are examples of psoriasis. What is ciconus? So the second example is of ciconus, that is a fig. So ciconus, they are of C shape, and whatever the flowers they are present or carpels they are present inside the that fruit or that flower structure. Okay, so the C shape it converts into fig. So that's why the seeds of figs are they come to the inside. So that is the second composite fruit, that is ciconus. So like that there are two types of composite or multiple fruit. So we have completed the first classification, which is based on the origin of fruit. So now we'll go for the next two classes of or next two classification of fruits, but in my next video. So we continue with next video. Thank you.